Alright. First Animal Crossing of 2026. There's about 2 weeks left until patch. Oh yeah, it's January now. Which means new stuff to get. I should probably see. Uh-huh. That is the actual time. I don't... Sorry, I'm just getting the fish list and stuff. That's unfortunate. Okay, anyway. Bugs, deep sea creatures. Okay, so new in January. New in January. I still haven't gotten the Arapaima here. How does seaweed leave after January? I don't understand. I didn't know. Is it seasonal? Okay, we got moon jellyfish all day. Giant isopod is available now. Horseshoe crab is nighttime. There's... Okay, all the beetles are here now. Okay. There's a large mix of things available. Alright. Good. I think this is probably one of the largest sets of bugs to appear. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get an amiibo out. Someone is not long for this island. Finally. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Hey, Vanna, how's it going? Okay, got it. Good, also on right now. What are you doing? I'm about to just catch as much of January's stuff as I can. There's a lot. What am I doing? Right, that. Gathering wood. You're out. What do you still need to make with wood? Stalls? Is it stalls? Wait, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Thought at this point you would have most things constructed. Medium and small wood partitions. Ah, yeah, okay. I don't know, you play the game a lot. I just figured you'd run out of stuff to make. Hold on, changing. That's a real one, I know that much. Probably fake, but I'll check anyway. Right, it is Saturday. Man, I'm like, what the... I was like, is it Saturday? Yeah, it is. I guess New Year threw me off a little. One of them is real. Yeah, the other one's fake. Okay, the fossils as well. I have iced tea, so stuff that I made. Take the tea over the coffee. I don't think I've collected wood in ages. I probably should. I know that's going to be a problem eventually. probably take this down. It's no longer December. Uh-huh. Got guilt trip. I need to move the house there. Walker is moving. I don't know who Walker is. Don't think I've seen Walker. Oh, really? Already had that? Huh. Okay, gotta start to the purples. All of these have to go. They're in a bad spot. Alright, one more. Where is it? Wait, why are the Christmas lights still up? I guess they're still around in January for a little bit. Excuse me. Still down to the last one. Get it out of the way. assume Red had all these recipes. That may be that one. That one I don't think they have. Or blue, sorry. Oh, they have the skill tester. I mean, dude, even for me, rotary phones are like old. I don't think we actually ever had one. I mean, I've seen one. It was an old one. And it wasn't used. But I don't think I ever saw one plugged in a house that was being used, a rotary phone. Unless you're doing some antique house, I can't see why you would want that. You have a rotary phone in your cabin, does it work? Does, huh? I've never seen a functional one here ever. Oh, this is annoying. There's a bug here. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. Alright, I need to keep harvesting these. All these trees are going anyway. I just remember seeing one, I don't remember where, but it was in a box and I used to play with it. It's just a box of old junk. But I guess served as toys. But it, yeah, never actually used the functional one. I'm not sure I can get that. It's gonna scare it if I pack that away. Okay, it worked. Alright, what's one? The game did its best to make sure I couldn't get that. easily. Put a picture. Oh, wow. No, that is a real antique. Really good condition. That's a wall rotary phone, though. It's not a... I'm talking about, like, the handheld ones. That's even older. Apparently your grandma didn't like it that and aunt stretching out the cord on the phones. So she put that one in, so they had to stand there. Actually, that was a common thing. But I guess because they had that kind of cable. They have that kind of cable on the headphones I'm wearing. But that's their purpose. It's the reason they're like that is so they do stretch out. So then it doesn't damage the cable. Or the cord, or whatever you want to call it. That's its purpose, to be stretched out. But then it's too long. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Eventually, with wear and tear, it does get long. But that's the point of it, is to prevent it getting damaged too early. It's like if you had one that didn't stretch out, it would break. It just meant that the product lasted longer. You know, and they still design things to last and not break after 2 years. This fan lasted a lot longer than that cord. I mean, it looks pristine. That's the sort of thing you'd see in a museum. Have one of those. Huh. I mean, I grew up in suburbia, so... every phone I saw was plastic. The only story I got about the phone was apparently when I was a little kid, I learnt my aunt's phone number and I would call her. And my mum got really annoyed, so she unplugged one of the phones that was within reach. And then apparently I found another phone Went upstairs, plugged it in, and then called my aunt, and my aunt was like, "Didn't your mom unplug the phone?" And I was like, "Ha, I tricked her. I got another one." I don't remember this, but apparently I did this. It's probably 4 or 5. Doing bug hunting right now. I guess I should get rid of... Hang on. All these are in the way of progress. I might as well get the materials. Can't be bothered. I gotta... I'll just eat carrot. I have plenty. Okay, so let me have a look. The apple sticker makes me laugh. Did you put that on there? Yeah, I mean, that looks proper old. You and your fancy phones. Back in my day. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, mine was exactly like the one you see in the Animal Crossing shop. It's like plastic exterior shell. I mean, probably built really sturdy. It's not like plastic stuff today, but still. Like, those phones are the kind of phones you would only see in museums here. I mean, the Apple sticker kind of ruins the antique a little. But you could remove it pretty easily, I think. It's funny. This thing from a different era than does this sticker on it. From the thing that probably destroyed it ultimately. Alright, he's hoping that appears in a better spot. Guess the orange trees can go. Yeah, okay. So it's just peach. Pretty much everything. I know which ones are the peach ones. These ones here. And I'll move some of the other trees to replace. So there's still some, but it's not cluttered. Already had that, apparently. Alright, all these are gone. Of course. Ah! I pressed the wrong button. Wait, do I not have branches? No, okay. I was gonna say. It's a bit late for that one. Any plans for the weekend? Nope, other than cleaning. I mean, the concept of a weekend is like blurred at the moment. I don't really have that concept anymore. But still habit, it's just clean on a Saturday. Which I did a bit this morning. I'll do a little more tomorrow. It's just hot here today, so it's just, you know... Once it's above 30 degrees Celsius, it's kind of... lethargy kicks in. Good day for laundry, though. Beach day? Nah. Okay, let me just... I'm just gonna bring some trees in here, just so it's not so empty. But then, yeah, so I have options to catch, not there. I don't know, maybe one more here. How far of a drive is the beach? I mean, in Australia, because most of the populace is scattered around the coast, you're pretty much always within a couple hours. Most people on average an hour. Because I live like smack bang in Melbourne, I'm like 20 minutes technically, but it's one of the busier beaches. And I'd prefer to like drive further down along the coast. Well, yeah, accounting for traffic, but like, I don't know, actual distance. I can only put it in terms of kilometers. Thought they were closer. I mean, most of my life I've been within half an hour of the beach. But, you know, averaging out to how the suburbs are scattered, it's within 1 to 2 hours, depending on traffic. It's more of a traffic thing than a distance thing. What, you thought all Australians, like, lived 10 minutes away from the beach or something? Yes, man, you Americans only learn about America. That's one thing that's become apparent. I mean, I guess it also comes down to where you grew up. Because if you grew up in a place that's not very multicultural and diverse, then that also plays a factor in it. I mean, for me, man, I know people from practically all over the planet. And then on top of that, just learning about things in school. Like when you learn about a country, you also learn about their habits, what they do. I mean, in some cases, even like, you know, whether they go to the beach or not. If there's any cultural differences or barriers. I mean, Australians in general travel a lot, so teachers do share that experience because they travel. There's always the joke that no matter where you go in the world, you'll run into an Australian. You have a lot of different cultures, but you never met anyone from Australia. That's surprising. Australians are everywhere, travel-wise. They can be rather nomadic. Apparently not on Long Island. Yeah, maybe not. But I bet if you went to like a random bar, you might run into one. You only know me. Okay. But that's, I mean, I can't imagine the odds of an Australian going to your part of Texas would be common. Then again, who knows? I have a friend who went to El Salvador. I haven't even been there. And he's just like, yeah, a tradesman. And just went there. Had no reason, just, yeah, went there. Met a person from Spain, that's cool. I think the first person from Spain I came across We were out shopping with my mom and my brother was with me. I don't know what we were arguing about. We were arguing about something because we always did as kids. And this old man, I guess, was watching, and then he just walks up to my mom and just asks, like, where from Spain we're from. And she was like, oh, we're not from Spain. And she's like, oh, really, man? Your boys speak really good Spanish. And that's probably the only compliment I ever got about my Spanish. But then again, it was probably when I spoke it a lot better than I do now. Have I met anyone from America? I wouldn't say met, but come across, sure. I've had a couple of American friends that have come down. One who was like, hey, let's go get a blooming onion. And I was like, sure, what's a blooming onion? And they were surprised. The Outback Steakhouse. Isn't it Australian? It's like, no. No. The fun thing I learned recently is apparently Outback Steakhouse did exist in Australia, but like many American chains, it shut down pretty quickly because we were like, what the fuck is this? And no one went there. This isn't Australian, and yeah. Anyway, most recently, me and my brother, we went to get breakfast at a cafe nearby, and there were these American tourists. I don't know where they were from. I would imagine somewhere in the southern states. They just had that kind of an accent. But, oh man, they were being cringe. They were being cringe. Like, I'm sorry. But they were doing the whole, like, Jim Carrey thing from Dumb and Dumber. Only, I guess, I don't think they were doing it ironically, but they were wearing the Outback Australian kind of hats. And they had the touristy stuff, and yeah, I don't know. They ordered a bunch of food as well and finished half of it. And they were being loud, and yeah. That was the most recent. And of course, the, that's bad. Yeah, no one dresses that way. Like, how do you think I dress? I dress pretty much, with the exception of the army hat, because I'm being funny. Oh, the food thing? I mean, I'd say culturally, it's not a rude thing. It's more people look at you and be like, you're wasting food. And that's just because, currently there's a thing where the supermarkets in Australia, rather than sell stuff cheap, they'll throw it out. And, you know, there are people struggling. And so it's just a thing where wasting food is just seen as, like, no one will say anything, but most people will be like, yeah, it's greed. Don't bring home with the leftovers. Okay, no, that's different. Bring home the leftovers is fine. They did not do that. The food got thrown out. Like, they were straight up wasting food. They ordered a large amount, only had a little bit of it, and then they got up and left, and there was a bunch of food on the table that, yeah, got thrown out. Whilst dressed in flannel, Outback hats. Just the most touristy stuff. And I mean, they even did the g'day mate thing to the person serving them, and the person serving them was some kid who was just so confused at it. Oh man. Maybe they didn't like it. They said everything was delicious to the server when they got up. So either they're lying or I don't know. You would like... Okay, well, I don't... Here's the thing. I had one of the things that they had, for sure. I knew this. And it was really damn good. So the food was good. Good enough for them, maybe not. I mean, maybe... I guess the only explanation would be... But then that would just be the bacon. Because the way we do bacon is different. And that would be understandable. That would definitely be a culture shock. You guys would be like, that's not bacon. So, I get that, but I don't think they had anything like that. Anyway. There's plenty of Americans in Australia. It's pretty easy to come across one. Actually, I know a lot of people... And it's kind of rising. It's like they married an American and they came to live here, basically. It's like becoming more of a common thing. Bacon is like ham, isn't it? I mean, the way we prepare it, yeah, it's more... It has a more ham-like texture. But you can do it crispy, it's just people don't really like it that way. But you can find places that do it that way. And yeah, the only other time that's like a memory burnt into my brain, and this was years ago, but went out to dinner with friends. It was at a Mexican place. And the waitress was someone traveling around the place. She was from America, probably LA, given the accent. Just had that kind of, you know how people from LA talk, right? Like Valley sort of thing. So, you know, I put in my order, and it was a dish. I can't even remember what it was ultimately. But I said it the way you would in Spanish, because that's how you say it. And then she corrected me on my Spanish and said I was wrong. And I told her, no, actually, like, you know, this is how you pronounce it. And, you know, I said, you know, families from Central America. I've been speaking Spanish since I was a kid. And then her response was, yeah, well, I spent 6 months in Spain. It's like, okay, bro, yeah, that totally invalidates my cultural heritage, which is closer to Mexican heritage. You spending 6 months in European Spanish-speaking country. Got it. And yeah, man, she just said agree to disagree. It's like, no, you're wrong. No agree to disagree here. Like, you are straight up wrong. You know, nothing. I mean, that's the one thing that I kind of admire and hate about the American culture, is like that sense of confidence you guys have at times. Like, I like that sense of confidence. It can be a positive thing. But man, it's like, when people, I wouldn't say stupid, but like, don't know what they're talking about and they have that kind of confidence, it's dangerous shit. Just remember my friend who was sitting next to me. She was like, Will, you look like you were going to have an aneurysm. She could not stop laughing at just that exchange. For the rest of the night, it was just like, I'll have you know, I spent 6 months in Spain. There's a song by Kendrick Lamar called Fuck Your Ethnicity. Yeah, someone was quoting that song. It's not the point of that song, but just the line, fuck your ethnicity. What do those people in California know? I don't know, my cousin is one, so... I have cousins in California. Do they know how to say the word? Yes, because they speak Spanish. They're like me. The exact same heritage, pretty similar circumstances, only they ended up in America. Texans hate Californians. Why? Where's the rivalry? Please tell me it's not sports related. It's okay, I understand that, like, people joke about... I mean, if you're from anywhere in Australia, other than Melbourne and Sydney, people will joke about Melbourne and Sydney. And if you live in Melbourne, you joke about people from Sydney and vice versa. I still think Sydney's overrated. I have my reasons. I've been there a few times, and each time, it's just... something always happens. They all move here in political stuff. Oh, you Americans and your politics. What's so bad about them moving here? I'm guessing it's just their habits and mannerisms that you guys don't like. I think I can take a guess, though. Let me guess, California is very liberal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it. I kind of figured. I'm grateful I'm literally the furthest away I can be from all that. Thankfully, Australian politics are very boring and simple by comparison. And just every now and then you have the unhinged politician from the north saying something weird. There's a thing where New Yorkers are mean but nice, but Californians are nice but mean. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have experience. I know people from both places and they're nice. I think it's just a case there are nice and mean people everywhere. You know, both people I've spoken to from Cali and New York, they each have areas where they're like, you can't go here during the day or at night, and I just can't fathom that. I can't wrap my head around that idea because you don't have that in Australia. Really, like it's really uncommon. I mean, people will crack jokes about certain suburbs for sure, but I don't think there's anything like that that's for real. Maybe at night, but not a daytime thing. It's okay. Within every country, there's an area of that country that's seen as, like, rivals. I mean, people from Melbourne and Sydney are seen as hipsters, so... Don't know if I have you, but I'll try anyway. Just want to move more so then there's more trees down there. I can catch bugs off. Well, on a more positive and brighter note, I have another weird game to check out. Don't know when I'm gonna play it, but I have another strange game. I always do. Ooh, what? I mean, I feel like with these games, I don't talk about them, and then just you'll see me playing something and you'll be like, what the fuck is he playing? And I think it's best left that way. Alright, this looks good. I can see everything. It won't be as weird as that goose one, let me put it that way. 150 tickets to get this villager. And moving. But it's one of the final villages, so... Certainly some effort. Okay, I gotta do the thing. I can finally kick out that squirrel. Not today, but the process of it will begin. I gotta remember, I got spent as a Nookmal thing. I kicked out Octavian to then re-invite Octavian to then kick out. This is such a process. What? Oh, it's this controller. It definitely reads a lot easier on the new controller, the Switch 2 Pro controller. Who's left to find? Blue on blue, pig and cat on red, cat and... What am I thinking? I always have to check. To be honest, I don't have it planned. Oh, an elephant. Assuming I want to stick to the elephant. I'm inviting him again to ultimately kick him off again. Wait, does... Oh no, but that was spend Nookmal. I was thinking, wait, there's an amiibo Nookmal thing? Nah. It's just this. Cats are hard. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I might change my plans. It's just, I don't have the tickets to keep this up. It's just, if every time it's taking 100 tickets, I can't sustain that forever. Stand that umbrella sound. They need their amiibos. Yeah, I mean, they're not expensive to get. Could just go on eBay and get them, but I don't know. Do I really want to? The other ones were fun because it was a trading card pack, but I haven't seen them in ages. There was a vending machine in the city that I used to go by that had them on the regular, but I have not seen them in 6 months, if not more. You will be leaving soon. I think it just... Well, it depends. I know one of them's just iron, but it said standard, so I'm worried it does a different one. I'll just get the other woods out just in case. If I do get them, I'll have them if I ever want to get them again for new games. I think I'd still leave it up to kind of random. I don't know. I mean, I have Alice and Scoot. Those are the only ones I care about. The others is like, eh. There's some fun in just finding a villager and then going, oh yeah, no, you'll do. Oh, yeah, okay. I wasn't sure, but... When bingo is fun. Well, it wouldn't really work because I wouldn't be looking for a specific villager. It's just whichever one I feel like, oh yeah. Yeah, you. The hunting would not go for as long. It'd just be until I see a villager that I'm like, yeah, I'll take you. Could still play till I find one. I guess. I just imagine it'd be over pretty quickly. I wouldn't spend more than 20 tickets unless it's really dire. Don't take the fun away. You know that it's not very fun to spend 150 tickets just to do a game of bingo, right? Like at a certain point I start losing my mind. Because I've heard the same 30-second loop of music for like 4 hours straight. I can't do it. I can't villager hunt over and over again for that long. It's only this time it's happening because it's a matter of principle. Like, I started something, I have to finish it. No matter how much I might regret the idea. Not that I do, but... This has definitely taken more time to find the villages than I thought it would. But it's almost there. I think for one villager it's fine. For doing 10 villages, you definitely get burnt out. And here I am doing 20. Well, about 15 if you take the amiibo ones out of the equation, but still. Hunting for one specific villager, perfectly fine. Hunting for 15 specific villagers, yeah, kind of dumb and crazy, and I probably should have reconsidered a little my plans, but I'm too far in now. Okay, so let me check if there's any more bugs I can find at this point. It looks like most of them are 5 PM onwards, so let's just see. Half saw stag. Giant stag at 11 PM. Oh man, there's some late night ones. 5 PM, 5 PM, 5 PM, 5 PM. Okay. Do I have stick? Yeah, 5 PM. I have that one. I have the 3 cicadas. Okay, apparently grasshoppers around that I don't have. And then I need evening cicada, which is... Cicada shell on trees all day. Then there's the blue weevil on palm trees. Okay, so it's just blue weevil and cicada shell and grasshopper. I got the golden one. No, I'm just talking about the ones that are available now during the day. Or did I get the golden one? Hang on. Is it there? No, you can see I don't have it. I was just going through the list of ones that are available during the day. More than half of them are at night, apparently, so... Yeah, some of these do take forever. I'm tempted to plant more palm trees. Just to improve the odds. You know what? I might just do that now. Now that I say that out loud, it is a smart idea. Just the palm tree oriented ones always take ages. And don't run. Oh yeah, no, I forget that constantly. I might say yeah now, but I will most definitely forget. What I might also do for good measure is just plant them somewhere. Like, this is probably overkill here. Too many stumps. You wish you could buy a bike to ride or skate? Wait, like in real life? I have no frame of reference of how much those things would cost these days. Last time I had a bike, I was a teenager, so I don't know. Oh, for the... what? No, for the game. Hang on. Okay. To ride a bike around the island, or just to move quicker. I think I know the reason they don't do that, and that's just... at least for this game. I would imagine it's got to do with the fact that once you decorate, it's kind of a pointless endeavor. You're just gonna have stuff everywhere. And it'll just get in the way. It would only really work if they didn't allow decorating, and the island would kind of remain natural for the most part. Beaches have boardwalks. Yeah, but I've been to islands where even that is pretty dense. I mean, you look at the amount of space you have here, there's not that much. I don't think it would warrant a bike. It's a cool idea, I just don't think it would work very well in practice. This is nowhere near wide enough. Gotta think about the flow of traffic. I don't think the island's that big as well. Okay. I mean, that should do. That'll help make this a bit easier. They'll be temporary. I mean, I remember that blue bug being very, very rare. I think it was one of the last ones I got, if I remember correctly. I think I'm just gonna add trees where I can add trees. And then once I have them, just get rid of them. Want to go higher than 3 levels in a house? Why? It's not a house. It's a mansion at that point. I think at the bare minimum they need to do what's in Happy Home. Let you expand the room size. Be able to have a big bedroom or something like that. Want to build mountains. I mean, isn't that... I can't imagine how that would work. Like, at best, you can just add one more level to here, which you can, you just can't climb any higher. If you're talking about, like, a triangle shape like this, I can't see how that would work. Unless it was already in the game. Like, part of your... Kind of like how the rocks are. I don't know. This whole thing works on being square tiles. Unless you had predefined structures like this. Or caves. You're talking about a completely different game at that point. I think you could have like a predetermined area that has that, but to build one, I don't think they'll ever do that. Like, you're delving into Minecraft territory at that point. I don't know. I think less is more. I think it's fine the way it is. I'm always a believer in less is more. Don't like Minecraft? That's okay. I don't either. It just didn't gel with me. It's not to say it's a bad game. I always gotta say that because I know that game is very beloved. And I get why, but it's just not for me. I prefer Terraria. It's just more up my alley. Actually, that's kind of going to be annoying. I have to go horizontally instead. Like this. That probably won't work either. Put it here. I'm just putting these so then it's easier, ultimately. Catch this dumb bug. You couldn't get into it. I mean, I've heard it's better as a multiplayer game, but there's a couple of things in my experience that I didn't like about it. And don't get me wrong, Terraria has a very similar problem, but I guess the problem I had with it was the intended progression route, or at least the route that people were talking about taking, is like at a certain point you got to get Diamond. And the only way to know where Diamond is, it's like, oh yeah, enable the console and then at this particular coordinate. And it's just like, dude, that's so convoluted. And a lot of the times when I felt like I was exploring, at the time I played the game, right? It could have changed by now. But you go into a cave and all you ever come out with is ore. And I don't know, it got old. And I was playing on my own, so that probably didn't help. With Terraria, at least the progression path is more clear as to what you need to do. And when you explore a cave, you come out with weapons, you come out with a whole bunch of different things. You come out with clothing, potentially. Like, there's just so much reward for exploring that world. And the progression tiers are basically scattered everywhere throughout the world are the different ore types. So you don't have to go to like a specific depth or whatever to find what you need to progress further. It's just, you'll be digging, you'll be exploring, you'll come across like a different biome, and then you'll be like, oh wow, there's a pocket of ore here, awesome. I can make my pickaxe stronger. And I don't know, that just feels good. Compared to being told, yeah, open the developer console. At these coordinates, go here. It's just, I don't know. I didn't like that. How long ago did I play? Like 2019? Maybe 2018? It was pre-pandemic for sure. It was one of those things that people requested I play the game. A lot of people did. And then after like 2 streams, no one was around. And I silently stopped playing it and no one noticed. It was a long time ago, yeah, but... I mean, if it's still the same with the diamond thing, it's not going to change my mind. But I still think it just wasn't for me. Oh, also, I think in a game where it wants you to be creative and build things, the fact that those creepers explode and take out what you created, that is absolute bullshit. That is like asshole game design. Terraria used to do the same thing and people complained and they patched it out, thankfully. There was an enemy that did the same thing and they got rid of it because it was like, yeah, you spend all this time building something nice and then here comes this one enemy that blows it up. I hated that. And that is still definitely a thing in Minecraft, I know that much. I think we can... So, yeah, in conclusion, it's a good game, not for me. I know why it's a good game. I know why a lot of people play it. But it's just not for me. awful... Well, I guess there's a couple of bugs that appear on palm trees. It's just making the odds better. Okay, so I got the shell. I haven't seen a grasshopper. I've probably just run past one, thinking it's a locust. But that blue weevil beetle, I'm convinced I'm not getting it. So let's just look for the grasshopper and then I'll start getting the other stuff. I will laugh if I find the beetle, though. I've set up all these palm trees and then I find it right away. That'd be pretty typical. Okay, so that's a locust for sure. They'll still do the boat tours. I haven't done them in ages, and that's purely because I need to save every last Nook Mile for tickets. But eventually I do need to do them just so I can try and find the island set in fall. So then I can get the stuff from fall, because that's the one season I don't think I'll experience. I have my doubts. Oh, there. Don't go into the... Don't... Please don't go into the river. Okay. I'm almost... it's still a while away. It's 2 months away. I mean, we will see, but I don't know. I'm not convinced. Eventually I will finish this whole thing I'm doing. I think in 2 months I'll be done. There's a possibility. If every 2 weeks there are villagers moving out, then that would be 4 weeks to get the remainder of the villagers, roughly. Maybe 6 at worst. 8 if it's really bad. So I could get the remainder of the villagers in that time period, and as I'm getting them, I'll be building the final... Like, I could see it happening. Depends how much I play, but, yeah. Aw, what do you mean, aw? Like, I've been playing for 8 months. Probably more. Make it sound like I've only played the game for, like, a couple of weeks or something. I'm just not like that. I can't play one game and it be my only game and play it for like years on end. I can't do that. The main reason I play games is I just like to experience a whole bunch of different stuff. Because I have a lot of stuff I like and enjoy. And I like to share those experiences. But to play only one game for years on end, I can't do it. Especially in content creation, this is an opinion, but, you know, a lot of things, I remember when I was starting, a lot of advice said stick to one game and then build a community around that, but, like, the problem I find with that is, and this is, again, not a negative thing, this is just a me thing, is that, when you do want to do something else, it kind of becomes harder to do something else. Because people are there for the one thing you were doing. And that's how the algorithm kind of works on YouTube, is like, if you try to branch out and do different things, then, yeah, the viewership kind of plummets. And that's why a lot of YouTube people burn out, is like when they do want to do something new, because you can't do the same thing forever. Especially if you're any kind of creative, you need to do something different. You kind of get punished for it. But yeah, that's why I've always just played different things. I just enjoy it more. It's not to say I won't play Animal Crossing ever again. But, it'll probably be until the next game comes out. This is your favorite though? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with playing the same game and sticking to one game. Hell, if anything, that's probably healthy and you save money in the long run. I just mean me personally, right? It's, again, I'm not trying to say, oh, it's a bad thing playing one game. Not at all. It's just me personally. I like playing different things, so. I enjoy my time with a game, and then I go play the next game, and I enjoy my time with that, and maybe eventually do come back to a game again. Alright, I did give the Blue Weevil a chance. Alright. Deep sea now. I think when it comes to content creation, one thing that happens if you stick to one game is you kind of have to come up with different ways of playing that same game over and over again. And I don't want to do that because it inevitably becomes, well, at least not in every game. But you'll see this on YouTube as like, I played The Legend of Zelda, but I only use my left hand. Or like, I played The Legend of Zelda and I got electrocuted every 30 seconds or something like that. It's just like, eventually you're just instilling suffering upon yourself, so then the content stands out amongst other people doing the same thing. And I don't know. I'm good. Ironically, this island thing is something that is different. But this happened naturally. It's not like I sat there before I started playing this and be like, hey, what should I do for an Animal Crossing playthrough and plan this whole thing out. I didn't. It all stemmed from a stupid joke and it became what it is. And that's okay. Like the Zelda challenge? Zelda challenge? What did I do for a Zelda challenge? I didn't come up with anything. Did I? What did I do for Zelda? The 3 hearts, no armor, no fast travel. Oh, but that was like a nod to what me and my brother used to do when we got... Because the original Zelda was like one of the few games we owned. So we used to make up rules to make the game harder for ourselves. But that's not original. Like, plenty of people do that. Hell, they take it to a whole other extreme. It was fun, but that was more about reliving, I guess, a childhood thing I used to do. More than coming up with a unique way to play the game. It wasn't even unique. Plenty of people have done that. And to a more extreme. Gonna do it for Tears of the Kingdom? No. I'm good. 2 reasons. 1, there's no master mode, and never will be. They've confirmed this. And two, that world, I'm done with it. I've played that world 3 times now. I think open world Zelda, like, I'm good. I don't need to do one. I need a new setting. We've seen that version of Hyrule so many times. Need something new. So hang on, it was jellyfish and one other one, right? I need to find out what shadow it is. Yeah, I mean, don't expect anything Zelda related for a while, unless something new releases, pretty much. Because I played through all the Zelda games, and again, that's just, yep, now those games need to be in the past long enough that I've forgotten them, or I feel like, oh man, it's been ages since I've played this game. I guess I have that crap. Alright. That's almost done. Okay, so it says medium size very fast. I guess we'll know when we see it. Just hope Nintendo announces something Zelda related. Isn't there like a Zelda anniversary coming up? Am I wrong? I think there's a Zelda anniversary coming up. I'm pretty sure the original Zelda came out in '86, so I'm pretty sure it's the 40th anniversary this year. So maybe? Can't remember if it was 85 or 86. I'm pretty sure it was 86. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. I mean, look it up, but... Is the movie coming out this year? I have no idea. There's very little information about that thing. Pancakes, man. Just pancakes. I haven't seen that one. It's amazing how many different lines they have for him. 86? Yeah, there we go. Then it's the 40th anniversary this year. But don't get your hopes up, because for Mario's anniversary they really didn't do much. There was nothing you could play for Mario's anniversary. They announced a bunch of stuff, but it's all stuff. For Mario's anniversary, they announced the Yoshi game, so you know. I think my expectations are kind of low for the Zelda anniversary. It's just, there was nothing they announced that was available that same day or that week or that month. The amiibos they announced haven't even released. They showed the trailer to the movie, sure, but that's not till later this year. So, you know, my expectations are low. Just because it's an anniversary doesn't mean they're going to do anything. Granted, this is a bigger number for them, but I don't know. I think this is my prediction, the most likely thing, they'll finally release Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD. Because now there's an actual reason to release them. They can do 4K versions, whereas before, they would be almost identical to the Wii U version. So, I don't know. At least now they can say, yeah, now it's 4K. Twilight Princess 2. People have been hoping for that one for a while. It's not happening. That's like Mario Galaxy 3. It's like, okay, man. It's too early for a new Zelda game. Tears of the Kingdom was pretty recent. Same with Echoes of Wisdom. I mean, at most, it'll probably be like a new 2D Zelda entry. Or a remaster of some sort. A whole new entry in 3D. I doubt it. Maybe they could drop a logo or like a teaser and the game will release in like 3 years' time. But I don't think this is the year for new Zelda stuff, really. Or... oh, this could be it. I think this is definitely it. It's moving very quickly. That is medium shadow. Hey! Alright, cool. Okay, on to the fish. I'm not even sure what they would release anytime soon. As in, new game we don't know about. What is it? I don't know. 3D Mario is kind of out of the picture because of Donkey Kong. That was done by the Mario team, so... it's hard to say. That's why I'm fairly convinced it's Animal Crossing. It's just... it's gonna be later in the year, if not next year. Okay. Good. Hey Lex, how's it going? Happy New Year. Wait, they got a new Pokemon game coming out already? What? Do they? Oh, man, of course they do. I swear, those games have basically become what Call of Duty has, this annual release cycle. Wind and Waves? Where was I when that got announced? Or is this a speculation thing? I mean, a lot of the time the speculation things are pretty spot on. Usually they announce that stuff in February during the Pokemon Day thing. Let me look this up. Fact check it. Okay, it's a rumor. It's a rumor mill. It's a rumor. It's not real. This is all like TikTok rumor mill. I thought so. But the leaks originate from a breach, basically. It was one of the data leaks that had references to it. But it's not formally announced. It could change. Yeah, but stuff is leaked in the past and then it completely disappears. Like, with X and Y, for example, there was supposed to be a Z, and people were like, where's the Z game? And it just never eventuated. And then eventually we found out that, yeah, it got canned very quickly. So, grain of salt, but probably find out in February if it's real or not. That's one of those things where people make calculated guesses, and this is actually based off a leak, and that's fine. But, like, even if, let's say, someone were to be like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna make up a leak about a new Pokemon game, they'll probably be right, because it's so predictable, the cycle at this point, that if you were to say they're gonna announce a new Pokemon game in February, yeah. I don't know what to say. It's, like, pretty correct. I don't know. Okay, what fish are we catching? That's the next thing. It's like the same thing with the Switch Pro. Oh my god, we're hearing about the Switch Pro for basically 2 years. And then that thing became nothing. And that came from leaks and a whole bunch of stuff. And that was actually nothing. We got an OLED model. Okay, sweet fish all day. Napoleon fish. In the ocean. Okay. Pufferfish? Oh, I see. It's different to that. Okay. That's all day. You already got... How's that new in January? Alright, and then sunfish, which is huge with fin. So shark. Alright. Got it. ZA just came out. No, but I don't mean like ZA, I mean Z. Like it was supposed to be XYZ. 3 games. You know how they used to do the 3-game thing where it would be like you'd have gold and silver and then they had crystal, or like red and blue and then they made yellow. The 3rd entry being like a definitive kind of version of the game. That habit they used to do. With the 3DS games, that was supposedly a thing. And people were talking about it on YouTube back then a lot, and then it just never surfaced. Pretty much until they announce it, it's just like, yeah, it could be a very credible rumor, but sometimes these things don't work out. Another example, very credible rumor. The damn Zelda games, the Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, they were supposed to come out on the Switch according to these rumors, and they just never did. I feel like I'm on the playground again. Oh man, the rumors in gaming. Except back then it was like, my uncle works at Nintendo and he told me. The worst part about the whole my uncle works at Nintendo thing is Nintendo Australia, their headquarters was not that far away from our school. So it could have been true. But Nintendo Australia doesn't do anything, really. Like, they don't have the same power as Nintendo of America. Guess we'll see for the Pokemon anniversary. I mean, outside of the anniversary, they do their own event thing in February, I think. Whatever Pokemon Day is. That's when new Pokemon games get announced. It just kind of surprises me every time there's a Nintendo Direct, people being like, new Pokemon being announced? And it's just like, guys. There's, yeah, like every time it's all announced in February. And it's just YouTube go crazy. I guess they know that and they do that because it gets clicks, but still. Maybe I should leave the fishing. It just occurred to me. Am I really going to craft bait when... What? I don't know. 12 days from now? I can just press a button and craft 30 pieces of bait at once. Am I really going to spend half an hour crafting bait? Maybe I'll do it. No, you know what? I'm going to do that. It's too close. I don't have to get these fish today, but I will collect the bait, and then we can be like, look at this wonderful patch. Collecting the bait will still take time. It only took 5 years. I mean, for this game, but if you consider the concept of being able to do multiple things in a video game, it took them 25 years. Like, even something as simple as purchasing quantities of whatever amount you want. Dude, Game Boy games had that. Like, what are you talking about? You're debating on whether or not to decorate this because it's taking you forever. That's why I was surprised when you said you were decorating. I was like, it's nice, but the patch, like, it's just... Just imagine every effort you're going to right now, Rossetti is just going to be able to do that in a second. In a split second. Anything you're doing to clean up, anything you're just... anything you're doing, even crafting. It's gonna cut down the amount of time. That's why I reconsidered with this. I'm just gonna collect a bunch of stuff here. I'm just gonna collect the clams. I'll still look for the fish just by walking around the island. But to craft bait, I'm not crafting any large quantities of anything anymore. I can wait. It's not that far away. I think this is the sort of thing that, yeah, they could have added this in any Animal Crossing game along the way, but they just chose not to. And I think it's just because there's so many of these kind of games out now that it feels kind of old-fashioned, I guess, antiquated to not have that in your game when all these other games do. So I think it's more of a peer pressure thing. How much is the storage upgrade? They haven't said. But I would imagine if you go by what the final one is and then, I don't know, add like another couple 100,000, that would probably be a guess. There's definitely going to be a minimum value, so I don't know. If I remember correctly, the Direct said it's a max of 3... Sorry, it's a max of 9,000 and something, but it's like 3 separate upgrades. Maybe I'm misremembering. So the final upgrade will be the 9,000 one, but then to get to that point, it's 2 upgrades before that. I don't know. You'd have to watch the Direct. Well, it's not even a Direct, the video. The random video they just dropped all of a sudden. Gotta start making bells. I mean, it'll be Sunday. I think I have plenty. I'd be shocked if I didn't. Speaking of making money, I have mermaid vanity, so if you can make a mermaid item, that would sell really well. I mean, each mermaid item I think sells for 30,000 or so. It's a really worthwhile thing. If you want to make some money, I got a good hot item of the day. What? I forget what's required to make a mermaid vanity. Let's see. Obviously a pearl. That's not too bad. That's a fairly easy recipe. And yeah, it would make you quite a bit of money. I thought I said mermaid, man. I said mermaid vanity. In what universe does vanity become man? That's not even remotely close. You can't even say that's my accent that made it sound that way. That has multiple syllables. Vanity versus man. You just heard what you wanted to hear. I think it was the accent. Okay. It's a good thing you don't have the same accent then. That'd be embarrassing. said mermaid man. I'm not even going to dignify that. This is like the time you insisted that I said birthday. And I played back the footage. No, see, I spent 6 months in Europe. I guarantee you're wrong. If I am to give you the benefit of the doubt, something that could have happened, that could have been like, man, what do you do to make a mermaid vanity or something like that? Where I did say the word man, but it was in the context of like, you know, trying to remember something. Because I do use the word man as like a part of my vernacular. Sometimes I'll be like, oh man, what did I need to do? So possibly that could have happened. I could have been like, oh man, what's required to make a mermaid vanity or some shit like that. I don't know. You don't know where you got birthday from. I don't know where you... Like, I think it's just a word association thing. I think you heard a particular word and then your brain stitched the rest of it together even though it was wrong. And then I think the same has happened here. Is you heard the word mermaid and then immediately went, SpongeBob! You said vanity, but you would see where maybe you heard manatee. But see... but not man, yeah. Mermaid manatee. But come on, my accent is not like that, where like a m becomes a v, or vice versa. Mermaid manatee. If you aren't fully listening, everything mushes together. Yeah, it could be that as just, you know, ADHD is a thing, and I get it. I know plenty of people with it. But also, word association is another thing. It's like sometimes brain doesn't compute. It could also be you're busy doing shit and you don't hear it correctly. But man, to hear the word man and instead of vanity, I don't know. That one I'm not sure. A 3-syllable word versus a 1. Mermaid man and mermaid manatee and barnacle buoy. That'd be some pretty fun artwork to do. Buoy or boy? I don't know, Colin. Sometimes you hear stuff. It's like when I was playing Baby Steps. And you know what? I have to say the full thing because otherwise it's just going to sound insane. But yeah, there is nudity in that game, and there are donkeys. And so you know, the game is being funny and it shows you donkey penis. And I can't remember the context, but I said I didn't wish for donkey dick, and you heard it as I wished for donkey dick. Even though the word didn't was clearly in there. I said wanted. No, I didn't. I put it in the 2025 video. The end of year video has that clip. It says didn't. Clearly says didn't. I can open the video on YouTube right now and jump to the fucking timestamp. It's didn't. You just heard what you wanted to hear. That game caused some conversations. It did. I have a new game that's going to cause some conversations, by the way. I have it in my pocket right now. Not literally, but you know. Am I gonna play it? I don't know. I was thinking later. It depends who's around. Let you come by. Wait, like, as in open my island so you can sell the mermaid vanity? Or are you saying come by for the weird game later? Was that clear? Was the word clear there? Yes, better, thank you. You're welcome. For the vanity. Alright, hang on. I'm just digging up bait. I'm not really doing anything important. Actually, while I go to the airport, I'm gonna go to Harv's real quick. I haven't today. I'm also going to post the code privately because of that other time where that one random person joined. One random kid who was upset at me because I didn't say hi. Oh, well, sorry, I did say hi. I just didn't stick around for a conversation. I was like, dude, I'm playing a game. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Like, fake or real, it's a good statue for decorating. I really hope they change this and you can buy carpet quantities, but I'm not holding my breath. But I have to check. Yeah, see, this tile's here. Sorry, man. Don't apologize. It's not really any extra effort. It's the same effort. I have to type the code and press enter. It's just in a different window. Should get 2 more. 4 should be the minimum. Do you guys ever see that Curb Your Enthusiasm bit with Larry David and Siri? I feel like that's how I feel most of the time when I talk. It's just sometimes people will just hear the wrong thing. And I'm just there screaming like a maniac eventually. It's one of my favorite bits from that show. Accurate? Oh, what? The Larry David bit or me screaming like a maniac? You're sorry? No, it's not you specifically, it's everyone. Wait, not everyone, but I don't mean everyone, I mean like, just, you know what I mean. Leave me alone. It's the whole world, man. Nah, it's not. It's not aimed at anyone specifically. I mean everyone in the sense of everyone that has ever done it, not literally everyone. What I'm trying to say is, like, it's a more widespread thing that's not specific to one person. And it's not anyone's fault, it's just, it's a different in accent. That's all it is. I mean, try talking to a Scottish person, man. Like, they have the most trouble, apparently. The thick Scottish accent is one of the hardest accents to understand in the world, so... I get it. It's different. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, and now we gotta do this. Yeah. Gotta be careful not to accidentally close the window. Okay. Well, that's kind of an easy one. Okay. Posted it. Say you did a quick little sketch. Would it be okay to send that to Imager and share the link here? Or should you just send it to you? Okay, hold on. I have links disabled, but I can fix that easily. It's just because stupid bots. The whole, hey streamer, would you like to have followers? Click this link. Okay. There, now that should bypass that rule. Chat, can you see that link? Okay, cool. Mermaid, manatee, and barnacle buoy. Hang on. Oh my god, Windows Explorer, why do you have to be so slow? I'm trying to save this and just put it on stream, but Windows 11 and it's just infinite wisdom of making everything slower. I'm not even going to say it. I know why it's slower, but I'm not going to say it because it's nerdy. But trust me, Windows 11 is cooked. No, the buoy is great. Bye already? What? That was quick. Fine then. I'm gonna go back to digging my stuff. What do you mean close the window? What window? There was no window. Did I just glitch it out? You can come back. That's fine. I was kidding. We'll see how it is. You Americans and your capitalism, just interested in making money and nothing else. Kidding. I'm kidding. Don't worry. I'm good. I'm just... Okay. Close the gate. There we go. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places. How much money did you make? Anyway. I know all the mermaid recipes are great. They make a few thousand bells. Oh, this could be it. 125,000. Okay, that's a good start. You doubled your money. Not a big one. Living the dream. No comment. I already know what the title of my stream is going to... Well, at least the going live message is going to be just crafting like 150 pieces of bait. I'm not even kidding. That's the #1 thing I'm going to do right away. When patch hits and I play. Craft 150 pieces of bait. Something like that. A large amount, and it's only going to take a couple of minutes. The fuck? Oh, there's a grasshopper behind. Okay, carry on. Best recipe to get though is anything involving iron, like the iron umbrella stand or whatever. I paid for my houses with iron chairs. I made several million with iron chairs. It was pretty funny. Kind of forgot the other shadow size is what I was looking for. I'll take a look. One of them's the shark size. I think another one's medium. Oh, let me try. It's really just the sunfish that's the annoying one. I still gotta get a couple of the other sharks. But anyway, weird game. It's not, you know, that goose game kind of weird. I think it's more in line with that, the dating game that I played weird. The Korean dating game. Just have to squeeze it in at some point. It's the problem with the summer time zone is just by the time it gets to evening, it's just extremely late for a lot of people. Ah. You wanna say? I mean, I guess I could do a couple of hours of it now-ish. It's still relatively early. I have been running around this island for more than a couple hours. I don't know, do you guys want to see? I know some people are here specifically for Animal Crossing and nothing else. I don't really know a whole lot about it. I just saw like maybe 30 seconds. And then I was like, oh no, this would make an interesting game to play. Sometimes that's all it takes. It's in the same vein as another game I played a long time ago, but I really enjoyed it. It was called Hypnospace Outlaw. And it's a game where it's kind of in this alternate version of the early 2000s, and you're kind of just browsing the internet. And the web page design is just all, man, of that era. And there were weird shit in that game too, but it was a fun experience, that one. So this is very similar. It's going to take us back to an era that has gone by. Tell you what, let me do one more bait run and then we'll look. Because again, I need to catch fish, but I don't want to craft bait knowing that, well, this patch, everything I do now, it's just going to take me 30 seconds, if not less, instead of 30 minutes. And you could watch me craft bait for 30 minutes, or we could do 30 minutes of this game I'm talking about. I guess that's the way to think about it. I got most of the stuff, so that's good. I need to do an evening session, clearly, because most of the bugs are out in the evening, so... Probably a good idea. Could always come back to this later. I think the only thing they could do to make the bait crafting experience better is just, I don't know, make one manila clam give you 2 pieces of bait or something like that. Just half the amount that you need to collect. I have heard a lot of people don't do the fishing because of this exact thing. Okay. Alright. Let's go do weird game. If you're watching this later on the VOD's channel, thanks for sticking around to the end. Leave a like if you feel like it, and we'll do more of this next time.